negócio sem querer. Bora lá. Aí chega, o bagulho não salvou, saí da outra vez. Esqueci de salvar. Tá, sai de tempo. Achei que não tinha salvado. Pô, eu não terminei nem o primeiro ato. Já comecei. Só tava terminando de compartilhar no WhatsApp. Aí foi. Achei que não ia carregar. Cara, eu não lembro muito o que eu tava fazendo da outra vez. Eu lembro como que joga? Não. Tá. O que dá pra fazer aqui? Ingrediente de nada. Nossa, não lembro como que joga.
This nest of them cleaned out. Watch yourselves! There's one of them! Look at him! Gone up like kindling!
Eita, eu tô perdido.
Filthy piece of shit! Get their weapons ready! Christ, it's dead! Over there!
Ri de mim não, eu tava tentando lembrar os botões. O que eu faço? Não lembro. Ah, tá.
Bravely, William. As one, we shall overcome this. We've done it before.
Porque eu não uso o que? Não deu tempo pra me ler. Sumiu a mensagem. Ah, tipo, eu tenho arma, só que eu não tenho munição, eu acho.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
William, my arm. I can't
This
feel it.
creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Ai. Pô, eu já não sei como que joga. Será que eu vou conseguir agora não? Boa não, Cláudio. Vai tudo ruim. Tô começando. Que? Não, é o Igor, pô. O Yuri já foi trabalhar.
William, please. Stop. William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by Skal?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you... like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
Ah, se lascar com isso.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Não sei se tem jogo que tem a viadagem de quebrar os bagulho.
It's locked.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... what manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that Skal. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain.
Eu passei por aqui, ó.
Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
And for that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
O maluco morrendo ali, os malucos
It seems I have
param pra
little
conversar.
choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy,
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
It's locked, all right.
It's my turn!
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the secret of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
In the back, you bastard! Didn't have the guts to fight me. Fuck you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
Sanguinho bom. Gostoso, delícia. Caraca, tem uma escada ali, não sabe pra nada.
To taste a life, to embrace its most intimate secrets. Such a burden, such a divine sin.
Não vou falar agora não.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I apologize, nurse. I needed some time to myself. This has been the longest and strangest night of my life.
You delivered poor Mr. Hampton from a terrible fate. The means to that end should be of little concern, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
Caraca, a qualidade do XP do sangue dela é 2000, mano. Caraca.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
You must...
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance. Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Eu não vou falar pra todos essa enfermeira agora, não.
With you at our side, Dr. Reed, I know that Pembroke will prevail and survive this epidemic.
Pera, no segundo andar, não no terceiro não.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin. The flower's dying. It needs water.
Mesmerização. Habilidade mais poderosa do vampiro pode usar a capacidade de forçar um mortal a obedecê-lo. Que massa. Consciência sobre sangue. Tá, eu devo ser um Econ então. Um vampiro Econs. Não tem mais nada pra mim aqui. Tem um baú. Dá pra guardar alguma coisa? Tem duas armas agora.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable.
Tem 4 áreas pra visitar no jogo. Como que eu troco a arma? Que eu não lembro. Eu não lembro de nada.
Than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
Tá, 1.200 pontos. Que louco. Ah, por isso eu não posso ficar matando todo mundo. Que massa, curti.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
Now, Doctor, it's freezing here.
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
What type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse. It's locked, all right. It's locked.
Achei uma arma nova.
Not now. Please come back later.
It's locked, all right.
Ah não, é Suêcia, é o médico lá. Tá moscando.
They belong to you now.
The life running in your veins. This dead flesh needs it.
Agora tem duas novas habilidades, barreira de sangue, posso ficar invisível.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Que grito agoniante. Eu acho que eles não me atacam.
It's a leech! Come out, you coward!
Caraca, que cagaço, mano. Nem sei. Será que ele sabe onde eu tô? Nossa. Os caras gritam do nada.
I cannot enter.
Tá, é pelo outro lado que entra.
The life running in your veins.
Toda porta que eu entro eu vou de volta pro hospital. Pô, mas quem que não acessa no bagulho daquele ali? Eu tava só achando que os caras não me iam atacar. Ó. Tô suavão. Paz, a gente é da mesma laia. Mentira. Oxi, tá batendo por quê? Eu já parei de bater. Não, munição. Pô, mano, é um necrotério. Você não... Tá, tem vampiro, tá fazendo barulho. Tem Scowl. tô errando os botão. Ah, é L3. Não era pra sair. Vou ter que entrar de novo. Agora, né, meu objetivo é lá dentro, eu vou ter que entrar de novo e esperar o bagulho carregar.
It's locked.
Sabia que ia ter bicho aqui dentro.
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza.
It's locked, all right.
This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
Eu vou ter que ir pro subsolo, eu não vou. Caraca, você dá um tiro. Opa, tem coisa aqui.
Balls of Mars, fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
Um ratinho gostoso agora pra recuperar minha energia. Seria bom. Ah, tá quase no máximo. Eu já entrei aqui. Ui. Caralho, me assustei com isso, mano. Caraca. Nossa. Eu me assustei com isso, mano. Caraca.
These These scowls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood.
Tu tá falando isso, tipo, cara, todo jogo que joga de noite eu jogo mal concentrado, aí tipo, o meu fone dá uns estouros do nada. Aí tipo, na hora que o bicho teleportou, fiz uma estourando do meu lado esquerdo do fone, achei que tava do meu lado. É aqui que eu morro. Meu combate contra um, eu posso usar esse machado, mas se for mais caro eu tenho que trocar. Faca de Liston aqui. Eu não conhecia aquele outro cara ali.
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this. It's locked, all right.
Não tem como fazer nada aqui. Tem.
Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps? The chest was originally opened to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened. Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman. A puncture over the left lung, possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful. Signs of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then, he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked.
Com certeza tem mais bicho aqui embaixo, mesmo que eu não esteja ouvindo mais. Esse bagulho ainda. Ah, eu achava que ele fazia tipo um escudo, não, ele faz uma proteção em volta dele. O cara não é burro como eu pensei. como que corre. Não é triângulo. Bolinha esse negócio aqui. Ah, se segurar ele corre. Eu estou começando a achar que eu estou rodando. Tô dando machadada, facãozada, estacada, tiro. Quase morri. Então, foi isso.
Skulls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting.
Vira vegetariano, chupa só sangue de bichinho.
Sodium hypochlorite. Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage.
Eu tirei a pistola da mão. Não tem como subir, atenção. Essa amostra. Mano, algum bicho abriu uma porta aqui. Será que eu tenho que fabricar isso aqui agora? Mano, acho que chegou uma mensagem e não apareceu no meu coisa. Pera aí. Ah, tá. Tem mensagem que não aparece pra mim. Tem que ficar vendo. Por isso que eu não te ouvi, cara. E aí, de boa? Não é furtivo. Eu não cheguei nem a ouvir o cara. Ai, ai. Eu tô explorando ali, só que ali eu já tinha olhado tudo. Eu só tava saindo já do local. Tá. Vou ter que achar aquele doutor ali antes de ir pro bagulho. Ellen, tu perdeu levando cagaço, Ellen. Eu me assustei por nada, mano. Tá, por que sumiu o doutor dali? Ele não tá aqui dentro? Ah tá, ele só aparece uma certa distância. Tá, pra que eu subi aqui, jogo? Me explica. Tá bom, Mori. Tá, qual que é o necrotério? Qual que é o... Tá, aqui eu acho que é o hospital. Tá, o cara tá dentro do hospital, mano. O cara tá na onde?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swans's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Não vou me comunicar com esses caras agora. Eu vou deixar pra... O cara tá 16 metros, ele tá lá fora mesmo, cara, que eu preciso. Mas é tipo, essa galera que precisa ficar conversando, eu vou deixar pra conversar sem live, senão tem que ficar falando com muita gente. E acaba ficando entediante. Tá, mano, cadê esse maluco? Quem que é essa cabeça que eu preciso falar? Lá contigo, né?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Os bagulho mais fácil de entender a história é lendo os negócios, mas... preguiça que eu tô de ler. Os bagulho é muito grande. Quanto que é espingarda? 315, que assalto, hein, Milton? Pô, Milton. Não irei comprar essas coisas agora. Cara, eu imagino que esse maluco... Eu não vou caçar esse maluco agora. É tu, cara.
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Tá, eu não sei onde tá esse maluco ali da cabecinha. Chamando um motivo. Não entrou do nada na minha frente. Safrada. O objetivo é aqui mesmo?
I cannot enter.
Mano, algum dia eu acho... Ah, é no quarto do paciente. Agora tudo faz sentido, mano. Pô, tinha um bagulho brilhando ali.
It's locked, all right.
É tipo, essas cartas aqui que aparecem é o que mais explica a história. Por que tinha um olho
Get
no
up on
fim?
my plane and call the medical bench, sir. I understand you must be.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
E aí, correninho.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No.
Really? Why are you here, then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
Olha que corno.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'll let you get some rest, then.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
You always knew the words to calm the children.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Is there anything else that's bothering you? Can I help in any way?
I'm all right. Considering the state of this place, I should consider myself lucky, I guess.
You seem worried about the safety of your family. And it's obviously the reason why your wound troubles you so much.
I cannot give up on my children now. They both need me living.
What about their mother, if I may ask?
She died in 1915 during one of the first Zeppelin raids. We never found her body.
Tell me more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army, building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
How are your children after losing their mother?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Helen didn't bring them with her that night.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Ackroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is, I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
I will not let you down, my boy.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
Knowledge has always been and will remain our main weapon. And it has always come at a price. And personal initiative.
It is not a question of initiative. It is a question of integrity. These men and women have put their faith in us, Dr. Reed.
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd. Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
There is no need for such animosity between us. Don't you think the epidemic is already enough to deal with?
That is one point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital, instead of a burden.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Pô, com um cara que tava bem ocupado, o cara conversou pra caramba. Eu vou salvar o Guilherme. Vamos ver o que dá pra fazer. Não. Eu posso entrar por fora. Qualidade de sangue do cara é 6.000, 6.000. Dar 6.000 também.